Very briefly, in the ancient world, the archer was important, right? It was like having a gun. Like, take that, get back.
Yeah.
And being on a chariot was kind of like being in a car. One way to look at it is we'll say that the North Africa and the Middle East was like 55, 60% black. And for the most part, most of the time, especially in the Old Kingdom, they were on the same side. Then there were these Arabs, their relatives had fled. They fled toward Pakistan all the way back that way, right? So the ones who were still around in this kind of had to deal with these big black aggressive guys who made them pay tribute. And they didn't have the cohesiveness nor the martial arts to do otherwise. Because starting some kind of all-out race war would just invite the big black mass of greater warriors behind Egyptians, to come join the fray. So they had to pay tribute. And if you don't see that in history, you're not paying attention. It's like, why don't you see that? You know what I mean? Got this more than nod your head, yes or no.
Well, if you don't know how to fight, you gotta have some kind of skill. So of course.
So they resorted to snaking people and cheating them.
Right.
And after Christianity came, there's no more excuse for being like that, right? Especially if you're a Christian. So every white person in a secret society is not a Christian. Number one, because they have, all the secret societies, satanic Luciferian doctrine they do. But number two is they're helping uphold a system of snaking people. And that's touched on in Isaiah 11 as well. Okay, it talks about animals like the leopard laying down. It's like these leopards and all these people will be friends. But there'll always be these snakes somewhere, So Candace was basically saying, take this golden arrow, the queen of the Ethiopians, to the Romans when they're expanding in Africa. Keep it as a gift of friendship, or you're going to need it later for war, basically. And the Nubian archers were the greatest archers in the ancient world. So that's why they have Cupid, right? They're like, look, we're going to get our narrative across. The narrative that everyone used to laugh at and the people they used to throw tomatoes at has finally won out after years of snaking people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why martial arts is corrupted and covertly drugged. Is that fair to say?
Right.
So did I tell you the answers to say?
No.
Did you get paid to do it?
No.
If you were to change your story later on, it would almost certainly be because you're paid, and you'd be lying then and not now, right?
Yes, correct.
Don't take it personal. I ask everyone. Okay.